Hey, I'm Kate, and today I'm just going to share quickly with you how I use the morning routine that I'm going to share with you in this email. I get asked all the time, how do I manage to get everything done that I need to do? I'm really busy, single parent, building a house, looking after a garden. I have two bases, one at both extremes of the country. I run my therapy business and I run not so much these days, but obviously a very successful and busy online health and wellness business. And people say, how do you manage to do it all? I also have a host of furry friends. And so I find by setting my day up from the start successfully, rather than being reactive to things, so rather than replying to people's messages or replying to emails or answering calls or watching the news and then just getting completely bowled over by what's going on out there, I don't do anything like that until I've had my morning routine. So the first one I do in bed, it's gratitude. I go through some gratitudes before I go to bed, and I have gratitudes in the morning. And those are simply, what am I grateful for? I normally think of three. They have to be different every single day. And it is just about giving thanks for where you're at. When you start your day with gratitude, it's amazing how it primes you to be solution focused and also more positive. It lifts your energy. It makes you realize, actually, life ain't too bad. And then I follow off with a pint of warm water, either with juice of half a lemon in it or a tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar. I vary them up. They both have really good benefits for the body. Both give us vital antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, both very good for our gut health. And when you think about it, if you've been in bed all night long, your body's going to be dehydrated. So I have it warm because it has less of a stressful impact on the body. And I guzzle it pretty much. And then I turn on my workout, get my workout done. If you struggle to do your workouts, because let's face it, we should all be doing intentional exercise, particularly if you want to be energized, because exercise actually creates energy. It feeds the mitochondria, stimulates the mitochondria in our cells. It powers those up. They are the powerhouses of our cells. Those are what drive our energy levels. So it's really important that we are generating energy. And believe you me, there are days when I think, oh, I really can't be bothered. I might have slept badly, whatever's happened. And I know that if I can get my workout done, it might not be my best effort as a workout, but it's going to make me feel so much better for doing it. And so I see what I'm doing and I get it done. So if you struggle with motivation, I would put your workout clothes, choose a workout program that you find engaging. If you need any help, message me. I have access to masses of them. Put your workout clothes out before you go to bed. When your alarm goes off, make sure your alarm means that you have to get out of bed to turn it off, so you're not tempted to get back into bed and snooze. And just get on with the day. Don't even allow yourself to think, am I tired? Shall I go back to bed? Am I tired? Do I really want to do this workout? Allow it to become part of your daily healthy habits. A great book, by the way, if you struggle to set up healthy habits, is Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's one of my favorite books. It's one I share with pretty much everybody I talk to, particularly the ladies on my team. And you'll find it'll be really, really helpful for you. So next one is either affirming or affirming what you want to achieve that day. So I'm a big believer in, when like having gratitude, when we start our day off positively, what do you want to achieve? Firstly, really, I brain dump everything, but I also, once I've done that, I affirm or affirm. Affirming is basically asking yourself why. So affirming is, I am attracting abundance every day in my life in a greater way. That could be an affirmation. Every day in every way, I attract greater abundance. However, affirming is, why am I attracting abundance in a greater way every day? And it really makes your brain, just using why at the beginning, makes your brain think, actually, why am I? What am I doing? Why am I attracting? And it again puts you into that solution focused frame of mind. Solution focus, I think, is so key. We have so much more control over things than we think we have. And you could be an affirmation that a lot of people say is, I am wealthy. A simple one. Okay, I am wealthy. It feels quite nice, doesn't it, to think that? But why am I wealthy? If you affirm it rather than affirm it, why am I wealthy? Okay, well, because I'm working hard. I'm doing the actions that I know are going to drive my business forward. you could also think, well, why am I not wealthy? Because you're not doing the actions that are going to drive your business forward, or you're stuck in a career that doesn't allow for growth, for instance. Affirmations, if you want to learn more about those, seek out Noah St. John. So Noah, Noah St. John, and he is big into his affirmations. I've done his course. I think it's fantastic. I think it's really relevant. So again, explore him in more detail. Plan your day out. What are your most important things that you need to get done? I will be sharing in due course with you a productivity planner. And just in sort of summarizing what I do, I brain dump everything. I don't try and prioritize. So everything that I know I need to get done gets on a piece of paper. And then I go round, and everything that has to be done today has an A on it. And everything that is quite important, but won't really matter if it doesn't get done today, has a B. And then things that I like doing, but actually don't really need to be done today, get a C. So those are my creative things. D is, can I delegate it to someone else? If there's something in that list, can I get somebody else to do it on my behalf? And E is eliminate. If it's a task, if I don't know, maybe sort out your wardrobe, go and donate a load of your clothes that you've not worn for ages, so it just clears the clutter. That is an eliminate task. And then I go down the A's, which is the absolute most important one that I have to do first. So that gets an A1. What's the next most important one that I have to do? That gets an A2. And I work my way down that. And then when I get to the B's, so the B's, ideally, I want to get them done today. But if I can't, it doesn't matter. Those can move to tomorrow. So then I prioritize the B's, which is the most important of the not quite so important jobs that needs to get done. And that doesn't need to be like a life-changing important thing. For instance, if I am traveling tomorrow, I need to pack my car. It might not be the thing that drives my business forward, but it's time, it's time sensitive. I have to get the car packed so that I can actually make the trip. So, that would be an A3 probably, because I'd get my two worst things done in the morning first, and then I would move on to packing the car later on that day. And also try not to overload yourself with too many things. Those lists, when they're too long, they just tend to get, they get dusty and you forget what was on them, and eventually you don't get round to doing the B's and the C's. The C's I tend to do at weekends. That's my creative time. So allow yourself to have, we need creative time. We need to have fun for ourselves. But those C's are not what are going to drive your business forward. You might like doing them, or your life forward, depending what, where you're at in life. But yeah, the C's are your fun stuff, but probably either later on in the day or at the weekend. And then get showered. You've done your workout, you've done your brain dump, you've got your day prioritized, it's ready, it's set to go. Then I eat I normally have a brunch. I tend to follow intermittent fasting. So I work on like an 18-6 rule. So I try and eat no later than 7 p.m. And then I normally don't eat again until 10:30, 11 a.m. the next morning. And that means that my body has that nice time to rest and recover and regenerate. It's really good for your gut health, really good for your liver. And I find that works really well for me. I don't get hungry in the morning. And if I am really starving, then I might eat something on the rare occasion, but it's very rare. After that pint of apple cider vinegar and water, sometimes I will have a coffee in the morning, but more often than not, I wait until I've had my shower and I'm sitting down at my desk to actually start my working day. My working day starts, I suppose, about 10 o'clock. And that's when I'll have my coffee and get on with the day. So just also on a quick one on that, caffeine will stimulate your cortisol. When we first wake up in the morning, we already have a flush of cortisol. If you're menopausal or perimenopausal, you'll probably wake up and have a big hot flush. That is because cortisol is designed to make us get out of bed in the morning. And as our hormones are more erratic, our cortisol levels rise. And so generally you'll have a hot flush when you first wake up. That is largely down to cortisol. We don't actually need the caffeine, although you think you might do. Your body does not need that caffeine until perhaps later on in the day, sort of 10, 11 a.m. in the morning, when your cortisol is naturally starting to decline again. So just bear that in mind. Maybe consider a decaffeinate, a zero caffeinated coffee. So maybe have a herbal coffee instead. Maybe have a raw cacao, a heated raw cacao drink, something along those lines, which has not got the caffeine in, but is a hot drink, or black tea, or whatever your tipple might be. And then you've got your list. you're clean, you've energized your body, you're going to be feeling fabulous because you've got rid of stress hormones with your exercise, you've flooded your body with endorphins, you've been breathing in more air. And then finally, you take intentional action. So you've got yourself ready, you've done your workout, you're feeling incredible, your body's been flooded with feel-good hormones, you've gobbled up stress hormones, you've started your day off healthily, it's well hydrated, it's well fed, you've got your list, you know exactly what you need to start to do first. Take intentional action. I promise you, it'll make the biggest difference.